Hi again. Here I am again with another interview. This time, I think it's better if I just give you a little bit of an insight because I believe that was missing on the previous video with Davide. Today, I'm here to bring you an interview with Fabio. Fabio is a person that I consider a friend, a good friend of mine. But our relationship was not always the best. It was actually very rough at one point. And for as difficult as it was, we definitely managed to change that and managed to actually create a good friendship. And he's definitely today a person that I really trust a lot. And he's a person that has a lot of depth. And I truly think that he's never willingly showing it to other people. I guess that Fabio at one point showed me a side of his that not many people allow it to be shown. So that was mainly the reason why I thought that he would be a good person to make this interview. Also, because the sentence that he used at one point that really touched me was during a period that I was going through, which was very difficult for me. I was going through depression and other more difficult thoughts were going through my mind. But he was the person that showed up and stood there for me. And there was a particular moment that is going to be talked about during the interview in which he simply said, no one deserves to suffer, not even the ones you hate. And that for me, at that point in time, that for me was crucial to hear. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and consider liking and subscribing. Thank you. In my life, there are many people that just stuck with me, not because they have done or because they've always been there, but mostly because they said something that just stuck with me, a specific sentence. In this case, one of the sentences that stuck with me from your side was one that you told me when we were at the beach, and you said, "No one deserves to suffer, even the ones that you don't like." Do you
Yeah,
remember
this is
this? Yeah. So that statement for some reason, although it seemed kind of obvious, that statement just stuck with me since that time. Maybe because at the time I was going through a lot of difficulties, given the depression and all that, and you were one of the persons that was actively trying to be close to me during that period. Um, Always checking up on me, always checking, sending messages, always interacting with me, always asking about how am I doing, what am I doing, all these things. You showed care, but that's not really the important part of this statement. And we also need to take into consideration that you and I, although currently we can say that we are friends, but our relationship has never been the most straightforward, meaning that there was a lot of controversies in between and sort of a roller coaster, the relationship that you and I had for quite some time, although now we can say that it's stable. So,
mm-hmm.
the first question that I know personally, but just to have this registered, what's your name and what does it mean for you?
My name.
Yeah, your name.
Apparently, I was named Fabio. I don't know the original of my name. All I know is just that it reminds me of that stupid Italian model with the blonde hair.
What was his name of the Italian model?
Fabio Lanzoni or something like that. I have no idea.
I remember. You look
He's
that.
ugly as hell, but all the women were crazy about him in the 80s.
Yeah, thank you for that. Where were you born and how has that place shaped you?
Where was I born and how did that place shape me?
Yeah.
I was born in Portugal, in the capital of Portugal. Thank you so much. The official capital of Portugal, in this case,
Wh-
in
Which is?
Coimbra. Coimbra. And how did that shape me? Coimbra is a beautiful place. It's very alive with a lot of students. There's a lot of they have a beautiful university. Did it shape me? I don't think it did, to be honest. I think I shaped myself. I learned how to shape myself. The influence of of course, my Portuguese roots and everything, they do have a little bit of an influence on me, but don't think I am very influenced from that. I think I shaped myself. I think I shaped myself the way that I want to, and I managed to mold myself the way that I wanted to. So I have a little bit of an influence from different places.
If I remember correctly, you are born and raised in Portugal, but your
Yes.
parents are from another place, right?
No. My father was from Portugal. My mom was from Angola.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Crazy, straightforward, and I would say caring. I would say that's it.
Or
Those are the three ones that I would think of.
do you think you are more led by reason, instinct, or emotion? What do you think that is the thing that guides your compass normally in your day-to-day lives, in your interactions?
Right. This comes with one of the questions, one of the answers that I gave before. Because I shaped myself. Before I shaped myself, I would probably let everything be ruled by emotion.
Mm.
Okay. But since I've changed, I've actually shaped myself and I actually managed to turn things around. I think I am a little bit of a balance. There is a little bit of emotion and reason within
So a
things. I
little bit
don't
of
do anything. Yeah, at the moment, yeah, it's a little bit of both.
what do you think that people most often misunderstand about you?
I think most people think that I'm rude, that I'm very arrogant, which is unfortunately that's not the correct thing. It's not that I'm rude or arrogant. I think all of the Portuguese people, we have this. We are very abrupt. And the Portuguese people are very misunderstood in this way. The people think that we are rude, that we are arrogant, but it's not. It was just the way that we speak, even within ourselves, within Portuguese people, we are very abrupt. We just go straight to the point. We don't do bullshit, basically.
Me personally, I've already dealt with the same situation, specifically because of that issue, being Portuguese and just coming from a different place in Portugal, but it's the same root cause. We're very straightforward and very straight, directly to the point. It's not like
As we say in Portugal, we don't have papas na língua.
yeah, exactly. We're just not holding back or trying to find a nice way to sugarcoat
Yes.
something. No, we're just going straight to the point. So I guess my next obvious question would be, given what we have said so far, is you said already that you've shaped yourself, that you've done a
Uh-huh.
lot to work on yourself. What was it that you found the need to be shaped? Or better yet, how did you shape yourself? What happened throughout your life that makes you say that you had to shape yourself?
I don't think I cannot say exactly something that happened, but the problem is that throughout our lives, we tend to live our lives like the way that people want you to live them, because people have standards and you have to follow that, and I don't like that. I stopped liking that. I stopped liking following other people's standards. I stopped liking to care what other people say, to be honest. And I think I started to master the art of loving myself, the art of loving being alone, of taking care of myself. And in order to do that, I had to start forcing myself to think differently, to take different actions, to everything. It's not, I don't like following the rules because someone wants me to follow the rules because they feel like I'm out of place because of that. I'm not out of place. I'm in my own place. My own place might not be good for them, but this is their problem, not my
Different.
problem.
It's
I'm
just
happy.
you said something interesting that if I'm not mistaken, you said the art of loving yourself or the art of loving myself, right? Is loving yourself, can we say that nowadays loving yourself or is some form of art?
If you can master it, yes. There's a lot of people that cannot master that. There's a lot of people that cannot see themselves alone. They cannot spend time alone. They cannot. For example, I accepted that if I get to be single for the rest of my life, I'm happy with it because I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with the life that I have at the moment. I'm happily single. I'm happy seeing whoever I want, having as much sex as I want to, and doing whatever the fuck I want without having to have any kind of responsibility or without having to give any kind of answers to anybody. So I am prepared to stay with my life like this. I don't necessarily need someone by my side. I don't need. I literally learned how to love myself, how to love my own company, how to love everything, and I'm quite happy. Like I said, I did. I love. I started loving myself. I'm more confident. It's good when you start working on yourself. When you actually start to take like the correct steps. It helps when you force yourself to do something to actually. It helps. It makes a lot of difference. For me, it did. I'm literally so happy at the moment with my life. I could be better with my job, but anybody could be, I guess. Honestly, I'm literally very happy with my life, and I've protected myself. I shaped myself the way that I wanted to be, the way that I think that I should be. That I feel like, and I feel very comfortable with everything. That's it. It's not
Awesome, man.
easy.
No, definitely not.
It's not easy. It takes some time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of pressure, but it can be done.
What do you think is the first step in order for someone to start working on loving themselves?
Honestly, for me, it's different because I have the health issue that I have, unfortunately.
Hmm.
So going through all that traumatic experience, and I started to see things in a positive way. I was always a very negative, focusing on the negative stuff and everything. But now I'm like, you know what? Something negative happened. There's always something. There's always a positive for something, even if something. You know, my dad died in 2020. It's a very sad thing, but at the same time, I say, you know what? At least he's not gonna be here suffering with getting old, getting sick, and going to hospital and being in hospital all the time and stuff and all this. This is at peace, and he doesn't have to go through that. He doesn't have, and he didn't have to go through the fact that I had a health issue that I nearly died. He didn't have to go through that. So I see the positive in that. He didn't have to see what I've been through, because if he would have seen it, I think it would probably destroy him, especially being in a different country without being able to help or anything. It would destroy him. So in a way, I'm glad that my dad passed away before I got the issue that my health issue, because he would not he would not be able to take it. So I think for me, the moment that someone starts looking into the positive side of everything, because in everything there's a positive side. For as strange as it is, for as weird as it is, for as little as it is, there is always a positive side to everything. I still complain about all this, blah blah,
Of
but
course.
there's always a positive side to everything.
Yeah.
So I try to focus on that.
So, if I understand correctly, in a way, we can say that it comes to the point in which you realize that it's just better to start finding a way of to love yourself.
Yes, but it's always better to focus on something good.
What do you fear the most and why?
What do I fear the most? Losing my cats. Honestly, that's it. I have four cats. My cats are my life. I've been with them since they were babies, so they are my life. So they're like my kids. So if anything happens to them, I'm not gonna be happy. I already lost three stray cats, which I loved a lot. One of them I spent many years feeding the cat, and I never brought her home. Unfortunately, I should have done it. And it's painful. So my cats, because I have them daily, and they sleep with me. They are with me. They annoy me, they scratch me, they bite me, but they also love me. They also want kisses, and they are there. They're mine. They're my life. So to lose my cats is gonna be the same thing as losing my life, and that's reality.
Is there anything that you want more than anything, even if you don't want to admit?
Oh yeah, I want money.
Yeah, but you're willing to admit that. Is there anything that you would really want that you yourself don't often voice it?
I don't think so. I think I'm very good at voicing myself. There are a few things, but those are like some private things that maybe I would like to do, that I would like to that I fancy doing. People, something with someone, something like that. Yeah, we all have our little secrets.
Yeah, that's okay. We're
Fortunately
not
or
here. This is
unfortunately.
not about revealing. We are not trying to reveal something. Is there anything that often keeps you awake at night?
Insomnia,
Besides
pretty
insomnia,
much.
is there anything else, like anything that worries you or something that creates the insomnia?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't think so. I think it's just me, my head, brain. It's not my cats because they when I go to bed they are there to just stay there. It's not the street because there's no. It's just the brain. Let's put it that way.
What's one memory that you never want to forget?
There are a lot of them. A lot of them. It's not easy to choose one because there are a lot of them, and especially when you lose your mom and your dad. When you lose both of them, you cannot. There are too many memories that you want to keep. So this is a question that I cannot actually answer in concrete because it's impossible to choose one. All the memories that I have are important, bad or good. They are important. So I don't want to forget any of them, and I want to remember all of them.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. It could be that there was a specific more memory than other. It's not that the fact that you like that memory in particular made you be willing to forget all the others. No, there's always going to be too many memories for us to. But
No,
there
I
could
don't.
be possibly one memory that would stand out. That was
No,
was the idea.
no memory can make me forget all the others, and no memory stands out. All the memories are important. They are important for different days, for different dates, for different times, for different everything.
I guess you would say the same, or if there would be any memory or anything that you wish you could forget, you can't.
There are many memories that I wish I could forget, but I would choose if I, but I would still not do it
Why? Why would you choose not to forget? If you had the opportunity to forget these ones.
because those memories and those help to shape me
Hmm.
and become what I am. And normally, when someone wants to forget a memory, it's because the memory is of something painful, you know. But sometimes that something painful is helped you grow. It helps you become what you are. So I wouldn't want to forget any of it. I want to keep in my memory what made me what I am, what shaped me, what made me stronger. For as painful as they are still my memories. They're part of my life. Even the mistakes that I made, I would never want to erase them.
The people that you have around you, those that are closest to you, how do you believe that they see you? What do you think that they see in you?
I never asked.
No,
I
I
think
know,
they
I
see a
know.
friend. I think they see a friend that they can talk to, that they can rely on, and they see someone that they know that no matter what is going to be there. I hope this is what they see.
Do you think that they can also see you, besides a friend, they can also see you more like maybe a guide, a mirror, or someone that challenges
People,
them?
some people. I think you're probably one of those people.
One of those, one of these.
Yes.
Well, you kind of, I have another question here, but I'm pretty sure you're going to answer your cats, which is who do you trust the most in your life?
Apart from my cats, according to this
Yeah.
T-shirt, Coffee,
Coffee.
cats, and three people.
Uh, wasn't that the T-shirt that we gave you for when you came back from
Yes.
vacation? Good one.
There are a few people that I trust the most. Yes. You don't know them. So you know Laura, that's it, and Susanna.
Hmm.
Those are the two people. Not trying to be rude or anything, but
No, 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 no,
it's
no.
the people
Yeah, no.
that you have more of
Connection.
a confident kind of relationship. Plus my Greek dad.
Your Greek dad.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Why do you say that you have a Greek dad?
Because he's someone that I've met after my dad died, and he's always been there since then. He's older than me, and he treats me like his son. He makes sure that I'm okay when I was going through the whole issue with the heart. He was there for me. He always came to make sure that everything was fine. When I had to do the surgery, he was the one that was there. He came to me. Also, the house that I live is his house, and he doesn't allow me to pay any rent. And he already told me that the house is going to be mine when he dies.
I see.
So
It sounds
when
like a
I this is
very, very kind person. Sounds like a very kind person.
this is one of the things that I tell you that I said earlier about when something negative happens, there's always a positive. My dad died, but I get another dad.
Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing everything so far. What actually brought you to Greece in the first place?
A lot of stuff. I was in the UK. It was a bad year. I changed job about 4 times. I had enough. Brexit happened. People voted to get out of the UK, of the European Union. I did not feel welcome after 10 years.
That was the first time that you felt unwelcome?
Yeah, because I started to get a lot of, there was a lot of xenophobia and racism happening after the Brexit also.
Hmm.
And I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel at home anymore. I didn't feel welcome. You know, when you go to a place and people are talking shit about you and you literally don't feel welcome, it's exactly that's what happened to me. I didn't feel welcome after 10 years dedicating my life in a country, in two countries, but the UK in this case, Scotland and England. After 10 years in that place, dedicated, working my ass off, doing mistakes, learning and living my life and paying taxes and all this shit. And they vote to keep the foreigners out. You don't feel welcome in that place anymore. You cannot feel welcome in a place like this. So you decide to leave. That's it. You didn't want to go back to Portugal. I looked at many countries: Greece, Poland,
Why
Ireland,
not Portugal?
Spain. I
Hmm.
was not ready to go to Portugal, and I'm not ready to go to Portugal.
Is there a particular reason for that?
There's no particular reason. It's just I did not feel ready. I looked, and it was also very expensive. To go to Portugal, it would
Hmm.
mean that I would have to be living at home with my dad, losing my privacy,
Hmm.
which I didn't want to, because I was living for at least 5 years by myself.
Hmm.
And to go to other cities in Portugal, it would be very expensive because the rents were already expensive back then, and 8 years ago, they were super expensive. The houses were not furnished. You had to buy all the furniture, you had to buy all the electric goods and everything. So in order to go into a house in Lisbon, I would have to spend at least 3,000 euros, for example, or Coimbra or Porto. I would have to spend at least 3,000 euros just for the rent, deposit, furniture, and all the basic goods: fridge, freezer, cooker, washing machine. So, no.
Do you think that forgetting can sometimes be kind of survival?
For some people, yes, I guess so. I don't like forgetting anything because I'll be rushing to do what I have to do. I don't
Hmm.
like rush. I don't like forgetting stuff, and I tend not to forget anything.
Hmm.
And if I do, I make sure that the next day I'm like rushing to make sure that everything is done. Some people cope with that. For some people, forgetting it is a form of coping, and not for me.
Do you believe loneliness is part of being human or something that we
Absolutely.
create?
No, no, absolutely. Loneliness is part of being human. I think even if you are in a relationship with someone, if you are with someone, you still need your time. Everybody needs their own time. Everybody needs their little space. Everybody needs to go for a walk. Everybody needs to go for a. Everybody needs to stay alone sometime. It's good. It's good to be able to be alone with your thoughts, to get your head into order, to see what's the next step and everything.
Do you think that maybe people just don't understand what loneliness means? Do you think that maybe people are too set into understanding that there is that
No, I
loneliness
think
is the
people
same thing as
understand.
being alone?
People understand what loneliness is, but people tend to overdo it. People tend to let the loneliness take control. And people don't know how to stop. Because the loneliness is something that can be very addictive, unfortunately. When you start, for some people, when you start being alone with your thoughts, you get used to it, and it's very difficult to get away from it. So there's always a way that you should balance everything. It's always a way that you should balance the loneliness that you feel and all the feelings that you have. It's good to be lonely, but it's also good to go out. It's good to not overdo loneliness or being alone.
What do you think makes it addictive?
We all have voices in our head, not only the people with depression or anxiety, or not schizophrenic people, not double personality people. We all have voices in our head. We all have voices that tell us you should do this, maybe you should do that, maybe you should do that. And most of the times, the voices that we have in our head tell us things that we need, which is maybe you need to sleep a little bit more, maybe you need to stay at home, don't go anywhere, do this, do that, leave your friends alone, enjoy yourself, watch a movie, stay at home, have a glass of wine. It's up to us to stand up for ourselves and actually say, you know what, for as tempting as it is to be in the house, to be in bed, to be watching a movie alone. I also have a private life. I also want to be around people. I also have friends that care about me. So I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get showered, and I'm gonna meet my friends. The voices tell you what you want to hear and what you need at that time. But it's up to you to say no. It's up to everybody to say no and actually move to the opposite direction. Some people can do it, some people cannot, unfortunately.
I
It's
do
not
agree with you
easy,
on that.
but it is. It is. This The voice in your head will tell you what you want to hear at the time, and it's up to you to ignore them. Most of the times, you need to ignore those voices and go in a different direction.
What does hope mean to you?
Hope. Is there such thing as hope?
Isn't there?
Is it? The only thing that I can remember that hope means to me is maybe that I hope that I don't know. Does it mean anything to me? I don't think it means anything to me, to be honest. I don't think I believe much in hope. It's because every time that we have hope in something, something will come and just destroy that. That's the reality. So I think hope for me is something that was created for us to feel better. That's literally what I feel. I feel like hope was something that was created to make us feel happy. Same thing with religion. Religion was created because we need someone to blame. We need someone because we didn't want to blame ourselves. So we created religion because it's easy to blame someone else.
Could you possibly say that after that event in your life that made you see life in a different way, there's always positives to each negative, like you said before? Could you
Hmm.
say that that realization was kind of the creation of hope in your life? The fact that you finally could
It
see that
didn't
there
create
is a
hope.
better.
It didn't create hope. It created the reality. Because with
Mm.
every negative, there is a positive. A positive. This is not hope. This is a reality. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I do.
So it's a reality. I learned to look at both sides of reality, the negative side of reality and the positive side of reality. It didn't create
Mhm.
any hope. I don't hope for anything. I hope maybe I hope to be with my cats until I die. That's it, but that's not gonna happen. They will
I
end
get
up
it.
dying. So it's just that. I don't believe in hope. I don't believe in hope because I think we created hope just to because we needed something to hold on to grasp onto. We needed a reason, but we also destroyed the hope that we created, and every day we are destroying it more and more and more. So I would be
So,
very hypocrite to say that, oh yeah, I believe there is hope, and I believe that hope means this to me because it doesn't mean anything. We created something that we call hope to grasp on, to hold on to give us strength, but we are also destroying that. So hope is pretty much dead.
have you ever felt that love was more of an illusion than a reality?
There are many times that it feels like that, but love does exist. I love my friends, I love my family, I love my cats. If there is such thing as a true love, honestly, no, I don't think so. I think throughout our lives we find many loves, and the last one that you find is the one that you decide to settle with. That's it. You throughout our lives, we tend to experience many different things, and you have many loves. You fall in love with a lot of people throughout your life, but it doesn't mean that it's true love. I think the true, I think true love is probably going to be. I think the only form of true love that you will ever feel is the one that you can actually feel when you love yourself truly. This is true love, but nobody can love themselves truly. There's always something. There's always something that you wish that you could change, that you wish you could do everything in order to feel true love for yourself. There's always something. So nobody can actually achieve true love.
What's your relationship with power, control, or authority?
Everybody has power. We are all in control, and we all have the authority. We have the power to do whatever we want with our lives. We are in control of our lives. Can I be more specific than that? It's up to us how we handle that.
What do you believe is humanity's biggest strength and biggest weakness?
I think this is gonna sound very stupid, very bad, but I think humanity's biggest weakness is hoping for a change. We just keep hoping that things will change. We don't take action.
So you mean delaying? We use hope as a way of delaying things from changing.
Hmm.
Hmm. And what is the biggest strength that humanity has?
Do we have? I don't think we have any strength.
We only have weaknesses?
I think we do. I think we have. We all have. Humanity has weaknesses. I don't think we have any strength. We were supposed to have. I think when we were created, when we were born, we were supposed to have some sort of strength. We went so different, so far away from that. We diverted so far away from that we started to be beings of weaknesses, not strength. I think humanity does not have any strength.
Even just the sentence uh, that statement, no one deserves to suffer, even the ones that you don't like. This is a
Hmm.
very this sentence shows a lot of compassion, a lot of care, a lot of compassion. What taught you to have
Does it?
compassion? It does. It does. It does. It shows caring. It shows a lot of compassion.
Maybe it just shows I just want everybody to be happy and to be okay.
True. True. But that's also a form of compassion.
Maybe it is. I don't see it that way, but yeah, I see it.
Okay. So what taught you to see it that way, even for those that you dislike?
We all deserve to be happy, no matter what. Even if someone does bad things to you, they still deserve to be happy in their own way. Maybe maybe this person did something bad to you because they weren't happy. Maybe if they start to be happy, they stop doing this kind of stuff to other people. So everybody deserves to be happy in their own way. Everybody deserves a sort of happiness, and I think this is 100% true. Everybody deserves to be happy, and I wish for everybody to be happy. Even bad people, maybe bad people, if they find happiness, they will change. I don't know. But I want people to be happy. I just want people to be happy. I think we all deserve to be happy at least one time in our lives.
Do you believe that suffering has a purpose, or is it senseless sometimes?
Suffering has a big purpose.
What do you think it's the purpose of suffering?
Learning, loving yourself, growing.
Do we think that we often want others to hurt when we are in pain?
I think it's human nature to feel that way, to actually think that way. So yeah, I think we do.
Is there anyone from your past, from everything that you went through so far in your life, that if it were today, you still would have struggled to forgive?
Honestly, no. Even exes listen. I've been in abusive relationships. Okay, I had exes that threatened me. That I was beaten by them. I was threatened with knives. My father had a girlfriend many years that was controlling, that was mischievous, that was lying. She managed to turn my father around, but I don't honestly. I wish her the best. I wish all of them the best. I wish they found happiness. I wish that they are in a good place in life. As long as they are far away from me, that's what's important. But even if I would see them, I would say hello and I would move on. I wouldn't speak. I wouldn't spend my Latin with talking to people. You had your chance to talk to me and actually make things right. If you didn't, this is your problem. I hope you're happy. I hope you're well with your life. I hope you are content. And that's it. I moved on. I grew. I suffered. I grew. Started to love myself, and I am happy. So not really. I would forgive everybody.
What is peace for you?
I'm at peace at the moment.
Okay, but what is that?
I don't. For me, I'm at peace because I'm next to my cats,
Okay.
relaxing, with all my shopping done, with all my food. The house is clean, and I'm gonna be even more at peace when I go out and feed the cats, the stray cats.
So are you saying that peace for you is the absence of tasks? When you're done with everything that you have set out to do in a specific day, then you are at peace.
No, I think for me, particular peace is I am at peace after I am at peace when I know that the stray cats have had their food. When I know that the cats had their food, I am at peace.
Yeah, but what is that? What is that peace? Is it peace because you're happy that they are fine, that they have now eaten and now they are fine, so you don't need to worry about them?
No, because even if I give them the food, they are not fine. So there's no there's no peace because they're still suffering. They're still on the street. They're still in the cold or in the heat.
Mm.
There's nothing. But for me, it's a sense of satisfaction because I did my part, and I will
Okay,
keep doing what I can do.
so peace for you comes from a sense of doing what you can do in the
Satisfaction.
measure that you can.
Yeah,
That's peace. Peace of conscience in this case, then.
absolutely.
Very well.
It depends on the day, depends on the situation, depends on everything. I
Mhm.
felt at peace when we spoke on the beach when you opened yourself to me,
Yeah.
and I opened myself to you when I said I always liked you, that I always had a little crush on you, that I always wanted to be
Hmm.
very close to you, and I felt very at peace the moment that we actually spoke,
Yeah.
and that I felt even more at peace when the same day when in Santiago when we finally gave that long hug. when I felt that hug, I felt even more at peace than anything else. For example, within the situation between me and you,
And I
we
thank
all
you for
have
that.
different things.
That day really helped me, and I really thank you for it. I know that you know that I'm grateful for that day, but it was really
Hmm.
something. Well, if it
It's
wasn't for
obviously
that day, I don't know if we would even be doing this thing right now. But that
absolutely.
day really, really, really left something in me, in it for me.
Hmm.
The last one is actually I found it interesting because yesterday I had the interview with Davide, and because you guys, in my mind, I have you as characters, as an archetype or a character in specific for the story. But I'm the one that is interacting with you directly. But there is no way for you guys to interact between yourselves because I'm doing the interviews now. This is like a
Hmm.
one-on-one thing. So one way that I would like to find a way for you all to interact with each other in one way was at the end of the interview with Davide, I asked them to ask a question that he would like the next person that I would interview to answer to.
Hmm.
So, in this way, you sort of like you are kind of interacting with each other, just sort of leaving a message for the other one, sort of a question there. The question that he made,
Hmm.
I think you pretty much already answered. The question is, are you happy? If you
I
are,
am.
keep it. If not, do something about it now.
I am.
Happy for what, by the way?
I am happy for the life that I have at the moment. I am happy for the opportunities that I get. I am happy for the suffering that I had, for the losses that I had, for the losses that I will have, for the learning that I will have in the future. I am happy for whatever comes and for
Thank you
whatever
for that.
came before and whatever is coming now, whatever is happening now.
Thank you for that. That's really wholesome. Now, we're
I
pretty much
told
at the end. Yeah,
I told you that everything good or bad shapes you. It makes you what you are. So there's no point of excluding anything because even if you exclude something, then this something is going to be missing in your life, and it's not going to be feeling the same. Even that little bit of suffering that you had is not it's going to be missing from your life, and you're not going to be able to feel the same way if you exclude that
mhm.
because you've took some sort of learning experience from that, and it shaped you the way that you are, and it shaped you in a way that you probably don't know how, but if you remove that, you might be shaped in a different way, which is not the way that you are.
It's really something what you just said now. Really.
And I think you
We're
should
pretty much.
start listening to Fabio a little bit more.
Oh, well, if I didn't listen to Fabio, I wouldn't be doing this right now.
Just saying.
It's not because you told me to do this, quite differently, but this is a manifestation of a lot of the things that we talked about together. And in many ways, this is me believing in myself, believing that I can do something. So this project
Mhm.
that I decided to start doing, and the fact that I'm playing around with the subject of interviews is new to me, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So it's been a very nice thing that I found to start doing with people. What would you like to ask the next person that I'm going to interview? What would you like that question to be?
I don't know. I'm torn between two questions. One of them is I would like to ask the person if they are happy, if they learned how to love themselves, and if they learn to forgive.
All right. Thank you very much for
All good.
this. All good. Perfect. How did you feel with this experience?
What experience? Been interviewed.
Yes, this whole set of questions that I decided to just ask you, and
I felt like I was being interviewed for the team leader position again. There we go.
did you like it? Did you find this experience interesting at least?
It was okay. It was fun. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
You do
Fabio.
know that this is how much you're gonna get from me because you're not gonna get anything else. So it's a novel experience. It's like having a conversation. We've shared so many. I think we shared so many things between me and you. We shared so many things. We had our moments of confidence. We had a moment of everything. So it felt like we were having a normal conversation. And in a way, it felt like you were looking for answers also.
I do. I do. I did, and I still do. I'm still looking just different questions.
From my point of view, I think you are doing this not only because of the script and the story that you are doing, but because you are trying to find the answers for yourself.
True. Not gonna lie, I'm tired of having always looking for someone else to tell me the answer to something or to tell me that something is done in a specific way. I'm tired. I'm tired, and I think that I can find more value finding my own answers instead of outsourcing knowledge from someone. So, thank you very much for your time, Fabio. Have the rest of a good one,
Anytime.
and see you later. Bye.
See you later. Bye bye. Have a good one.